The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. They'll run here with John Kelly. And an alley to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there. But you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Forced out to his left. He's looking deep for Bell. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Again, this is Kelly. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To throw on second down is gone. They'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Bell. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down. Herring. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Gone! Throwing on first down. Herring. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, what the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herring escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Gone! No. Check. Patriot!
Operating from the gun. Herring. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Underneath for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Herring dumping it off for Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Herring. And he's got his man. That's Fountain. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. Herring, flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Shedding through the defense. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Herring. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Herring on the crossing route, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, Herring. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
To throw is gone. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And Denver getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Herring. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
first down. Herring throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. On 3rd and 2, Herring. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to try and throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun, Herring going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw. Herring. Twisting away. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
After the interception, here's Goff. Steps away to his left. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Goff, eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun. Goff. incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on first down. Herring, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Herring escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Back to throw. Herring. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herring. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch.
Right, now,
especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Herring. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Herring, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Herring got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. Room to run past midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Noah Spence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Goff. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again. Herring. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him. What'll be the final cut? Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Herring. And a pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now it's the backup Newton. Being chased out left. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cam, option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Pushing his way through.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
Now a 10 carry for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw on 2nd down. Herring, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Gone!
To throw again. Herring. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On 1st and 10, Herring. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 12 more yards there and another first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Goff on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Newton's going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead. And before the conversion attempt, we'll get a timeout call by the offense. And that'll leave them with only 1 remaining in this second half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Back to throw. Herring. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Herring. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Rams have got him. And that should just about seal this one.